Aloha, friends and neighbors. Show 882 coming at you. I'm here on the 10th of October, and I'm rather amazed today. Pluto's still acting very strong. Remember, I figured 20 days on either side of a station, but Pluto, let's see, how shall I start this? Carl Jung called it synchronicity. You know, if you're trying to break out of the American Western consciousness of I got free will and rich men are heroes, to start understanding astrology takes some consciousness change. And one of the first changes Carl Jung, the great psychologist, had was synchronicity, he called it. Things are happening at the same time, and they seem to be strangely related. So here goes. I got up this morning and there's these two little black kittens that have started coming into my living room and playing in the morning, and I'll give them the leftover cat food from Lima, my 5-year-old cat. And Lima tolerates them, even has played a little bit, but there's one now. Hey, come here. But this morning it was different. Now this is a sweet little kitten. Never loves Lima, Lima didn't go after her so much as there's another one, not the same litter, but looks the same age, and they play. And my cat came in and took one look at what was going on. I was going to give my cat breakfast in a place these guys can't eat. And then, anyway, Lima got really angry, growling. She went after the other cat and chased her right out of the room. Went to chase the cat off the lanai here. It's not like Lima at all. So I picked Lima up. I said, "That's okay. What's wrong?" And she just sat here in my arms and went. She's talking while she's growling. She didn't want those cats in her space. They call that territoriality. It's a function of the brainstem, the function of your Scorpio, your Pluto mind. Okay. Okay. Next thing I find out. See, I have one neighbor here who's an eccentric, even crazy lady. Once tried to poison a cat for going into her yard. And she's got the condo behind her that makes a bunch of noise, nothing she can do. They just tented the place. She's got a guy next door building a house, nothing she can do. She's got a house opposite her that's a vacation rental. People yell and holler, nothing she can do. But she focuses on us, because we're unconventional. I don't keep a lawn. I have beautiful big trees. I like everything au natural and organic. So in the past we've kind of allowed her bitching. But she's learned that there's a thing. You can make a complaint to the health department about nothing. And the health department will go and scare that person and say, "We got to come and make an inspection." Now I know the health department guys, and I just got a call. "Gee, there's been a complaint about trash." I don't have any trash problem. I have a problem with a neighbor. So I said, "Well, who made the complaint?" "Oh, we can't tell you." What? What happened to my constitutional right to face my accuser? No, they won't tell you. So whoever is doing this, now there's a couple of ramifications. This is all Pluto, okay? One of them is, if a complaint gets made on you and they won't tell you who it is, you've got a sneaky person off there someplace sneaking up on you, sabotaging in secret, doing things. Now the health department guys, they love it because they don't have to deal with any of this. What happens is they come in, they do nothing, make a report. But what they've done is they've made the homeowner or the business owner really scared and paranoid that there's somebody out there reporting him. And he looks at all of his neighbors with suspicion. So this health department policy of allowing these complaints and keeping secret the complainant, that's Nazi Germany crap, okay? It's the same way as the police started this a few years ago. Call us up and turn somebody in, and we won't tell anybody you did it. Well, anyway, the third thing that came up is really kind of interesting. Oh, this lady, by the way, as crazy as she is doing this all out of a misplaced sense of territoriality. That's what it is. She doesn't have much territoriality left. But the one soft spot is us, because we're good-hearted and generally don't retaliate. Because most people, it goes into little battles in neighborhoods where they complain to the building department, this is too close to or the health department, or that's about it. And then that neighbor complains back, and they complain back. And our wonderful government employees can use their precious time playing and keep everybody's identity secret. And the whole place goes into paranoia because of their secrecy policy. So I don't like that. And I'm going to see what I can do to talk to the health department, because it's one of my alma mater. I mean, I worked for them. I know how they work, but this policy is really bad for folks. And it allows those who, well, never mind. Here's another one. Curious seal bites triathlete. Now this happened right down here at Kailua-Kona, right in Kona, and we got all the Ironman guys in here now, and they swim fast out there. Whew. They don't watch where they're going sometimes. And we got them on the road with the bicycles and the runners, and it's really kind of a hazardous situation. So we go through a lot every time the Ironman comes here, probably to make money for a few businesses. But upshot is, they say curious seal bites triathletes. That seal wasn't curious. That seal said, hey, this is my bay, Kailua-Kona. I sleep on the beach, and here are all you people from all over the world swimming much too fast right in my space, and he nipped 2 of them pretty good. So there's the cat. Oh, Lima. Come on over here, Lima. Lima, come here. See, the little black cat's keeping his distance. My black and white tuxedo cat Lima has policed the area. Anyway, territoriality. So in one day I've had 3 instances. A human being gone, crazy wrong with Pluto power. A health department dude that knows me and calls me up and knows this is a harassment thing from this lady, but goes and follows through like it's, a real thing. Cats chasing each other out of my main cat's territory. And finally the seal. I had really 4 things in one day, all of them with misplaced territoriality, sneaking around, like government snipers with guns. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, Roger Christie, it said, is getting out of jail in about 3 months. He made a plea bargain with the prosecutors, P for Pluto. And in the 3rd paragraph explaining this, one of the part of the deal was that he goes down for some minor charge, and he'll get a year's probation or something. They kept him in jail for 3.5 years with no civil rights. And the little sentence said, and Roger Christie's wife will not have to serve any jail time while she waits for the charges against her. What happened? Prosecutors blackmailed, extorted Roger Christie into dropping the whole thing about religious right to herbs and pot because he had to protect his wife. They went after his wife. That happened to me on Kauai. They went after my wife and my little 1-year-old to get me to sign off on something. They're not prosecutors. They're extortionists and blackmailers, and that's the way they work here. A lot of the country works that way. It's too bad. It's not the America I always hoped for when I grew up. But hopefully it will change. If it doesn't, Heil Hitler. We're down that path pretty fast. So don't mind me. I'm just fed up with the whole thing. And I'll get over it. Just takes a little time to change your attitude. Remember, your attitude is your free will. Yeah, shit happens on this as you're going through life. The funny thing here is the synchronicity between the cats, the seal, the crazy neighbor, the health department guy going through the motions figuring he can get away with terrorizing and nobody will say a thing. Like, out there, health department, I may just go ahead and say, no, I'd like to go to court and test this business of you keeping the complainant's name secret. I don't think that's constitutional somehow. Anyway, it needs to be tested. Maybe it could be stopped. Long ago in Honolulu, I had a policeman assault me. It went to trial. We lost it at the state level because of a local Japanese judge who threw out the count against the county. And we had said the county trained this guy in choking, and it was about choking. And the judge said, oh no, you didn't name the name of the trainer. So they threw that count out. All we had was a couple of policemen. The jury wouldn't give me money from them. But what happened was, after we appealed at the Supreme Court, and they wouldn't do anything on it, my name came up in the law books. And the case is kind of famous if you go to law school. As an example of dotting your I's and crossing your T's, I guess. But upshot was, nobody in Hawaii has been choked since I lost that case. You could say I lost it. I didn't get any money. It cost me $1,000. But I stopped all the police forces in these islands from choking people with my lawsuit. So I don't think I'm going to lay down and go into a fetal position here. I'm too old for that. Something needs to be fixed. I'll make a try at fixing it. I'll let you know what happens. In the meantime, let's go look at the sky mirror. You know, we had a new moon opposing Uranus, so I expected I would be attacked because I'm pretty Uranus character. And I've had my share of trouble. You know that if I send a DVD through the mail to the mainland, and it's in pencil, not pen, the address, the machine won't read the pencil. And it kicks it out, and it takes 3 weeks for a human person to come by and do it. That also happens, I think I've discovered, if your stamps aren't spaced dress right, dress in little squares, the machine won't read it. You know, I made a line of stamps curved down on an envelope, didn't get there for 3 weeks. So I'm learning about the ins and outs of the mail service and the peculiarities. But maybe I'll go learn a little bit about the health department policies of going around terrorizing people on unsubstantiated complaints. Even more things that they know are harassment, and yet they still go through the motions. Maybe they need to take a look at their policies. Maybe I'll just ask them what their policies are for a starter. Anyway, let's go look at the sky mirror. You've still got a little while while that new moon opposes Uranus and squares Pluto. You've still got time for more action, more quakes, more tornado, hurricane kind of stuff. And I haven't given up on my predictions, although I'll tell you this, I may have goofed, because my prediction for a certain time period, when we went through that time period, there were hurricanes. And they were hitting over here on this side of the Pacific and Hong Kong area, and over here in Acapulco, and they trashed both areas, the same latitude we're on, but they missed us in the middle. So anyway, I hope it was my goof.